So if you have your glass still, I'm going to pour the gin on top of it. If you
What
don't,
did we just drink? What was that?
that was the vodka. Yeah.
Really good.
Thank you.
It was, and I don't drink vodka.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. All right, is that everybody? So this is the gin. The gin is 88 proof, so it's 44% alcohol. We sell it here for $24.99. It's what I mentioned is a West Coast botanical style gin. So this gin is really unique. More botanical flavors. It's totally different than any London dry gin that you might have. If you had Tanqueray or Bombay Sapphire or any of those other products, this is really, really unique. So it's highly botanical, light on the juniper. That allows it to not be that licking a Christmas tree type flavor that you get from London dry gins. Some people like that, some people don't. I like both. I think it's like having a meat lover's pizza or a veggie lover's pizza. It depends what I'm in the mood for. But I think that our gin is just really, really unique and special. And my favorite thing is when somebody comes in here and they say they don't like gin and then they walk out with a bottle. So I always challenge people if they don't like gin to try it anyway, because you may start to like gin. You just weren't drinking the right one. So, neat product. Any thoughts on that one?
That's good, I thought it would be. Yeah.
Better.
I'm not a gin guy.
Okay, there you go. I love it. All right. All right, we're going to move on to our rum. Our rum is a Caribbean style rum. It is silver rum and it's made with brown sugar and molasses, 80 proof, and it's 40% alcohol. This one sells for $29.99. Really sweet. Some people get tropical notes or banana notes to it.
I'll try.
Do you like that?
Okay.
All right, grab your rum, and this one is, I think I actually told you everything already, 80% alcohol, 80 proof, 40% alcohol. If anybody doesn't want something, just let me know. I know sometimes people are like, I don't drink this, or I don't drink that. I do have one extra. Can I not counter? Did somebody not want one?
I'm not drinking.
Okay, got it. Okay. Oh, you don't drink? Do you want one?
I don't even drink. I just buy it.
That YouTube video gets shaky over there.
Yeah, this is phone get the falling on the floor.
What's the thing with your YouTube channel?
Mine really, I like my everyday, like stuff I do in my everyday life. I ride motorcycles too, but so I got that on there. I video game too. I play Call of Duty on there, Scream that. A lot of people be into it, so I do that. I got literally my everyday life and anything I done did, I just put it on the interviews, Elharpo13. Elharpo13. Yeah. Like off the color purple, I just put an E and an L in front of it. Elharpo13.
Okay, so is anybody not going to have the agave? 3 people don't want it? Okay, just making sure. All right, and let's see. So this is our 100% blue agave. If you notice over here, you'll see these different ingredients. These are what we use to either ferment or infuse or vapor infuse our different products. So over there, a lot of people think it's an aged agave. That's not an aged agave. That is the 100% blue agave syrup. This is an aged agave, so a little bit different, a lot less thick. So we have the blue agave spirit. This is 80 proof, 40% alcohol. We sell it for $34.99. I would put this up against things like Patron any day. I think it's very smooth. The only reason why it's called Blue Agave Spirit is because it's made in America, and it can't be called tequila because we make it in America. To be called tequila, you have to make it in Mexico. We obviously don't do that. But they also can't make bourbon because bourbon has to be made in America. So in my opinion, we win. Took the words right out of my mouth. I mean, I do love some tequila, but I'll take bourbon over it any day.
So what do they call their bourbon?
Whiskey, or whiskey in Spanish. I don't know how you say whiskey in Spanish, but basically it's whiskey, it's not bourbon. All right, you can grab your agave. Bubble gum, smell off of that.
What's that, a chaser?
Yes.
It's weird that we all step all the way back after we drive
Did you at least try the bourbon when you got?
Nah, I ain't even taste. That's what I'm waiting for them to.
Yeah.
So when they taste it, I.
We're gonna have to go for over the top reactions in case they're that flavor. Is anybody not gonna try whiskey? Anybody not having whiskey? 9. All right. So this is our whiskeys blend. The reason why this is named whiskeys is because it's a blend of 2 whiskeys. This is actually a blend of Indiana whiskey and Alabama whiskey. And so it has to be named either a blend of whiskey or blended straight whiskeys. So the reason why this is too is because this was a product that we originally, when we first opened, we sourced from North Carolina. You can see our original whiskeys label up there. That was brought in straight from our sister distillery in North Carolina. Over the years and after I arrived, our whiskey became of age. So we started transitioning to that, but we knew it wouldn't last forever unless we blended it. So we got some different barrels from Indiana. We tried some different blends and came up with a whiskeys blend. Yes, ma'am.
I thought you couldn't, like, sell what you don't manufacture.
Yes, that is correct. But because we buy the barrels and we blend it and we bottle it, we're a manufacturer.
Okay.
We don't have to, we have to like make it, we don't have to distill it.
Okay.
But in this case, we distilled part of it, and then the rest was distilled in Indiana. We make a blend. It's really neat for us because a lot of whiskeys or bourbons that you buy in the market, if they don't say that they're distilled at the place that they're making it, they may have sourced that bourbon. So they may have sourced all of their stuff. Like Angel's Envy in the beginning, they sourced from MGP in Indiana. The difference is we also are sourcing from these places for longevity and sustainability, but we're blending it with our own product so nobody out there can have this blend, which just makes it really unique. And I think the Dread River flavor is a little bit different and a little unique because of the climate, the water, the everything that's, we're not Tennessee, we're not Kentucky, we're not necessarily using the same methods as Tennessee. So I think you're gonna get a lot of differences from the climate and everything. So this is still a very unique product to us, even though we're also sourcing some of the same whiskey. And then our bourbon, we make completely here. So none of that is sourced at all. And that's kind of, bourbon's really why we went into business. We told you about the Jack Daniel's Nephew part where nobody's produced bourbon on a commercial basis since Jack Daniel's Nephew prior to Prohibition. I don't know what people did in their garages. Not my business, but on a commercial basis, we're the first to actually put it out in May of 2021. All right.
Are we gonna get full glasses of that?
So you can come grab your whiskeys. Anybody not having bourbon? No bourbon? Okay, so 9.
What was that one?
That was a whiskey's blend. So this is our bourbon. This is why we went into business. This is the 60% corn, 30% wheat, and 10% malted barley mash bill. This is aged for, I think in the bottle right now, it's at least 3 years. So the youngest barrel that's in it is at least 3 years old. There might be some older stuff in there as well, considering we were distilling in 2019. You have to label the bottle on the youngest barrel. That way nobody's putting in, 1 5-year bourbon with a whole bunch of barrels of 1 year bourbon and calling it a 5 year. It just doesn't work that way. Yes, sir.
Do you have plans to, I guess, like have like a 10-year or like a 15 or anything, or?
Potentially, we do have some barrels held back that we're not blending.
Okay.
A lot of the barrels are kind of like earmarked, like they're spoken for. But we do still have some, so we will keep a few, and you never know. We can't do the bottled and bond on those because we have a different distiller than when they were made. But the next set, when Joshua got here, it was June of 2023. So we're 2 years in, roughly, on our bottled and bond.
Who do you talk to about what it takes to get it spoken?
Oh, well, that would be me. Yeah. We have, yeah. So we do sell the barrels, and we do a lot of, when I say private labeling, we can use like our label as a basis, but you can make it like your company's name or something, and then you can purchase it. It's definitely not cheap, but we have a lot of businesses that do it for customers and Christmas presents and things like that. And you're able to take our product and then put your own spin on it. And so we've done a lot of very neat, creative things. Right now, if anybody's been to Tamara's downtown in Fairhope, she has a single barrel and a cast straight single barrel down there. And do you need the key?
Is it in the book?
I don't know. Yes, it is. Yeah. So we do a lot of different really cool things like that. But everything has to be done through the ABC store. We have to do all the quote forms and everything. We have to pay all the taxes on it. Nothing is just through our tasting room. All right, so this is the bourbon. This runs $52.99. It's 90 proof, 45% alcohol, just like the whiskeys and the rye. And really nice and sweet, some rich notes. And it'll get you. I definitely, it might be too late to tell you, but I definitely recommend the sipping aspect of doing it like literally like taste, let it go through your palate, breathe in through your mouth, out through your nose, and sip it like that, and it kind of gives you some different experiences.
How many are?
One.
Okay, just
Two.
want to make sure.
Two. Sorry, two. That one got you, huh?
It's really good.
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 Sometimes like the first, first one, because that's one.
Good. Because that's the one I bought, so.
Sometimes like, especially the first spirit of the day, just hits you and goes down wrong, but sometimes something just hit you, catch it in your throat. All right, so our bourbon actually got a silver medal in the San Francisco Spirit Awards. That was a 2-year bourbon. In my opinion, I know I work here and it could be biased, but if we were entering the World Spirit Awards with any 2-year bourbon, I can't imagine them giving it a gold medal. So I think it is pretty stellar that it got a silver medal, and it would be really cool to enter our product now and to see what would happen. So we haven't entered it yet, but it's definitely on the radar to go in some more competitions, because I definitely think that this is gold medal worthy. With that being said, our rye has actually entered 4 competitions and has taken home 5 golds. So let me explain. We entered it in the San Francisco Spirit Awards, it got a gold medal. We did the Bartender Spirit Awards, it got a gold medal. We did the South's Best, it got a gold medal. We did the Enthusiast Report, it got a double gold. So this has only been entered in 4 competitions and has racked up those medals. So this is a very cool product. This is 10% malted barley, 90% rye. All of it was distilled and barreled here, and it sat for 2 to 3 years in the barrel and then was finished in a sherry cask. It picked up those sweet notes in the sherry cask, and that is what makes it very smooth and sweet versus most ryes that are just very spicy. It's still very structured. There's gonna be a lot going on with it, but it's a very smooth finish, and it shouldn't do that little kick that the bourbon does, even though rye normally does. So this is 90 proof, so it's 45% alcohol. We sell it for $52.99, and it is just probably on spirits. This is the actual house favorite. If you ask anybody that works here what they like best, they're probably going to tell you the gin or the rye.
I didn't ask. I've been taking pictures and stuff.
And you can smell it, like this is a whole different smell than everything else that we've had. It's just a very unique product,
Is this made completely in-house or is this sourced?
completely in-house.
Okay.
In the beginning, when we first opened, we made all of the clear spirits from scratch, because clear spirits can go from distillation and, well, fermentation, cooking, all that, it can go from fermentation to the bottle really quickly, whereas all the brown spirits, you have to age them typically for 2 years or more. Around 2021, we started kind of switching, so now we're trying to make sure that all of our dark spirits are made completely in-house, because that is why we went into business. And then some of our clear spirits, it's a little more economical, and honestly, sometimes there's just not that big a difference if you make it in-house versus buying it.
Right.
It's not like there's so much flavor retained in the brown spirits versus distilling it to high temperatures in the other ones, you're just stripping your flavor. So if I had to choose what we're gonna make in-house, it's 110% gonna be the brown spirits.
I'm gonna pass this.
What's that?
I'm gonna pass this.
Okay, thank you. The agave?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, this one is also 113 proof, so this one is, it's no joke, but it's quite delicious. So, let me go ahead and get this one poured for you. It's 113, oops. Let me get it poured for you. It's 113 proof, it's our regular agave, and it is aged in oak, and then aged in sherry. The oak gives it a lot of texture, and then the sherry smooths it out and gives it sweetness. It's probably unlike any tequila, even aged tequila that you've ever had. It's a very unique product. We sell it for $79.99. It actually makes really good palomas and margaritas, but I typically tell people, drink it like you would drink your favorite whiskey. If you make a cocktail with this, and you make it like you would your favorite whiskey, you're probably gonna enjoy it. Because one of the reasons why we call it mistaken is the first time we made it, it was kind of a mistake. We accidentally created this incredible product, and then the next time we made it, we kind of followed the same steps, but we got rid of the mistakes we made along the line. The other reason why we call it mistaken is because if you blind taste test this, you will likely be mistaken. You're probably gonna be like, oh, it's a whiskey, oh, it's a bourbon, oh, it's an aged rum. Nobody ever says it's tequila. It's just so unique that, it just is very, very different. So go ahead, try that one. One of my favorites, and just a really cool product you're not gonna get anywhere else. All right, and that is everything. Yes,
It's
sir.
oak and sherry. I've heard of this one.
Yeah, really, really neat. So something totally different.
How much, like, with all the tastings that you do, how much now, like, that's a shot of,
Yeah.
like, 2?
This would all be, like, how many ounces total? You're looking at between 2 and 2.5 ounces. I think it's, that's why I try to keep them very small.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, it adds up. It really never would even be more than a martini, which is typically 3 ounces.
Yeah.
So I try to make sure of that. All right, and if anybody's interested in just hanging out and, hanging out and letting this wear off, or grabbing a table and getting some food, or ordering some truffle fries to mop it up, you're welcome to. If you would like any of the merchandise, I can go ahead and ring you up now, or you can grab anybody that works here and they can ring you up when you're ready. And that concludes our tasting, and I appreciate y'all coming.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, the yellow hammer's right there if you want to. It's available right now. It's in some ADC stores in the Birmingham area, some in Tuscaloosa. I think we're at the beach now. It's going to be package stores. It's slowly gaining traction because we just started it in January. But yeah, we do have it available here. It's 8-pack, 4 flavors, 2 of each for $19.99. Yeah, it's not a bad price. Yes, sir. Something to get a free t-shirt.
What about my son? This is my son-in-law.
Yes.
Who's about to be a father.
Yes.
You tell me what I need to do. I don't care if it's free.
Okay, well, we have, these are the different products. If son may be leaning towards the brown spirits versus.
He's gonna like, my son's gonna like both. He works for Troy and he knows Dr. Dugas and they're all friends. So I just need to do something that's fun. Yeah. Would you like something different? This is my son.
Oh, okay, hi.
Let's do that.
The only time we use it.
The next one.
What's good about that one?
That's agave?
That is no barrel aged agave.
She's gonna go back with me, yeah.
Oh, so it's not, okay.
Yeah, so
That's why it's brown?
it's
Yes.
tequila, but it's called blue agave, right? Y'all, there's an aging process for it?
Yep, 18 months, in oak and then in sherry.
Okay. Just in
Okay, and
this.
then,
Yeah, so there's something different, like it's kind of just a cool flavor to it.
Okay.
The agave is tequila,
Correct.
but
Can't call it tequila, it's
you
made in
can't.
the States.
So it's almost like a brown rum, if this is a brown tequila?
Not exactly.
No? Okay.
The story that Duke told before is like they put it in the aging process, and during COVID, they kind of forgot sitting back there. They pulled it out and it aged too long, like, no, it's not good. So like, hold on, let me play around with that. So they aged it in oak, and then they did it in sherry. They kind of changed the flavor profile, so kind of sweetened the product.
So it's kind of sweet when you.
You know, it's got a little sweet note to it. Not crazy, but just like a little bit.
God, see, I bought this. See, I don't even drink,
Okay.
but I buy liquor, and I just. Some people might come to the house and.
Yeah, have
I
something
mean,
have
where that
people-
bottle is? Hey, but you can buy it.
and checked it out and he loved it, but
Yeah.
he fell in love with it somewhere else.
I understand.
It happens.
Still filming?
Mm-hmm.
My daughter, my daughter is, my daughter, I know we have a connection there. That lovely green he has there. See what happens. I let them make their own decisions on that.
My girlfriend, my fiance. She went to Kentucky, her undergrad.
So, let me read this. I love that. That was hilarious.
That's kind of my angle. It's kind of that's right. But
Okay, come on.